What's up, everyone? Alex here, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. I wanted to talk about gender qualities, and I wanted to talk about how gender qualities compare to just genders, because those are two different concepts, even though they can and do overlap with each other. Gender qualities is kind of like the category or nature of a gender. So if you took something like, I guess, neutroy, like gender neutral, agender identities tend to fall under neutroy as an umbrella term for not male or female, not necessarily masculine or feminine, just kind of a third point on the chart that isn't in between masculine and feminine. It can be, but for the sake of this conversation, we will align it more with being neutral. The gender quality would be epicene. A lot of the terms that end in I and E typically refer to a gender quality, so masculine, feminine, epicene. So gender qualities are aspects related to genders. You are familiar with the binary of masculine and feminine, I imagine, being between the two in whatever capacity would be androgynous. That is also a gender quality. You also have qualities that exist outside of the binary. So aperine, which is aporogender-like qualities. Maverin, which I've talked about before, it's the gender quality for maverick and other similar genders. Otherin, which is outside of masculine, feminine, neutral, and not xenon or xenic related to xenogenders, but kind of existing as like a fourth, fifth, or sixth gender quality, depending on how the person chooses to use that identity. I've seen maverick listed under Otherin genders. I guess it could be. I think the difference being is that maverick is an autonomous gender. It has an autonomous nature, so I think it kind of exists outside of that structure, but some people consider it Otherin. Some people consider it abinary. So maverick is both aperine and maverin. So both qualities related to tangential terms, tangential qualities to aporogender and maverick. Agender is agenrin, which is the gender quality of anything related to genderlessness, specifically the agender identity. Aporogender is not masculine or feminine, so it does not have the qualities of masculine and feminine, but it can be neutral, and neutral is another gender quality that, it can relate to being agender. Neutral has also been used to describe neutroy. It's been used to describe aporogender or similar terms of that nature. Omnigender and pangender are omnin. Omnin meaning a gender quality that is related to omnigender and similar terms. So pangender would fall under that. Omnin also can relate to having every gender quality that exists. It depends on how the person wishes to use it, but it is the gender quality related to omnigender and pangender. All xenogenders are xenon. I call it xenic, but to fit the model of epicene, masculine, feminine, aperine, maverin, the term xenon was created for that. So basically, to sum it up, a gender quality is sort of the category or the essence of an identity. So you take a gender like neutroy, and its gender quality might be neutral, it might be agenrin, because neutroy can encompass genderlessness. It depends on how the person decides to use that identity, and it also includes expressions or alignments. So your gender expression or presentation can also be of a gender quality. We know masculine presentation, feminine presentation, or a mix of the two being androgynous. Any gender quality can also be a gender presentation. So you can have a maverin gender presentation. You can express yourself in an aperine way. I would say it's just about as flexible as gender is, but there is a difference between gender and gender quality. Genders fall under gender qualities, and gender qualities can exist with genders without necessarily being those genders. So you can be Maverin and not Maverick. You can be Aperin and not Aporogender. It's no different than being masculine but not male, or feminine but not female. So there you go, I guess. I have a document on the YB3 Wiki that explains all of the gender qualities I could possibly find, and it explains what they are, what they do include, what they don't include, and I also have some transgender terms because you've probably heard the term transmasculine or transfeminine, maybe even transneutral. I have those listed as part of the overall like gender quality information, I guess. So it explains like trans Maverin or trans Aperin, identities that are related to being trans and having a certain gender quality to them. So definitely check that out. I think that would be really helpful. I have all these gender qualities in one place, so it like people can like use that if they're looking for information, or if they're looking to see what already exists, if they want to like coin a certain term that exists as a gender quality, but like no one's come up with a word for it yet. Like that would be helpful as well. It's also for my own reference. I like going back to it every so often, just as like a reference point. So definitely check that out. And